let's move forward. Let's talk about Giannis. Trey rumors came out. Oh goodness. Trey rumors came out today about Giannis, and they say that NBA executives say there is anticipation growing around the league that the Milwaukee Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo could be traded this season. Teams are circling and hopeful. And here's the thing about the Bill Ryder. Here's the thing about the Bill Ryder article here is that it says an anonymous executive for a Western Conference team told him this. So let's just think that's why I know we were talking about it today when it came out, but that's your source. That's the only source that Bill Ryder came up with was a Western Conference executive saying that teams are circling and hopeful. An anonymous Western Conference executive. That doesn't mean GM. That could be some low-level front office. No idea who this guy is. And he's just another NBA executive told Ryder that they wouldn't be surprised if Antetokounmpo trade happened by the February 6th trade deadline. Bullshit. If the Bucks are if the Bucks are 1 and whatever by February 6th, I will agree with that. Yeah, we might as well go ahead and trade Giannis.
The only way that happens, and honestly, I think the only way Giannis gets traded is if Giannis goes up to the front office and says, it's either him or me regarding him or Doc, or him or somebody else. If Giannis takes that move and is like, it's him or me, or if he goes, I'm not going to play for you anymore, I'm done, and I will go public with something like that. That's the only way. Giannis doesn't get traded unless he forces it. I think I would die on that hill. Giannis does not get traded out unless he forces it. And you guys know from everything we've seen about Giannis, he not going to be the guy to do the dirt. Somebody's going to do the dirty work for him. Somebody's going to do the dirty work for him if there's a trade. He's not going to be the guy that publicly goes to the media and does it himself. That's just that's not his brand. That's not what he wants to do. So I think it has to be a him or me or somebody type situation for Giannis to get out of Milwaukee. And even then, I still think the Hasms and everything else would probably choose Giannis 99% of the time.
Yeah, and again, I don't think it happens. The report goes on to say a third executive from East Conference team said they heard Giannis's preferred trade destinations would be and this is another executive now for an Eastern Conference team who says that they heard Giannis's preferred trade destinations would be the Miami Heat or the Brooklyn Nets. Why in the hell would Giannis go to Brooklyn? Why explain that's what I'm saying. Now I get it. The Bucks are 1-4. The Bucks just lost to Brooklyn Nets. Okay, cool. Just go through their roster and tell me, number one, what the hell they got to trade for Giannis, first off. And second off, why would he then go? What is attractive about if you were losing in Milwaukee, what the hell are you about to do in Brooklyn? What that makes no sense to that's why this thing it breaks down to me. The Miami Heat. What the hell? So again, what are we going? Again, I don't know who you're talking about taking back. So what you gonna do? You gonna pair Giannis and Bam? Or you tell me we're gonna get Bam? Or what trade are you making? So you just give us Tyler Hero and Jaime Jaquez and a couple first rounds, and you think that's all you gonna get for Giannis Antetokounmpo? And he gonna clear out? Yeah. What's going on? Yeah, he ain't going to. Like, come on, man. I just don't believe Underground Hub. Brooklyn does not have a good team. No, they don't. I get it. Cam Thomas is cool. No, they don't. Nick Claxton is cool. No, they don't. That's not a good basketball team. That's not a good basketball team. Cam Thomas and Giannis is nasty. Yeah, all right. Come on, man. What are we doing?
How much credence do you put to that stuff where, and I don't know how much credence this thing is and how true it is, but he has this great friendship with Brent Simmons. He always wanted to play with Ben Simmons. Blah,
he calls him a baby back bitch every time he see him. Every time he see him, he called him a bitch. Literally, I'm not even saying he's a bitch. Giannis literally dunks on him, looks at him, calls him a bitch every time he sees him. Every game he calls him a bitch. I'm not joking. Like he literally looks at him, says you're a bitch.
So the thing is, well, and I have no idea if Giannis and Ben Simmons are friends. I can't imagine how Ben Simmons has any friends right now. But I just can't, right? Like, I mean, all right. Well, the thing about this though, that I'll say though, is the hardest part about some of these articles though, you don't know how much of this is agent work. You don't know how much of this is just agent work of just, agents feeding the stories, people playing some games here for whatever different reason. You never know what's going on.
Jimmy Haslam is now coming in and is started. And again, I'm telling you this from what I've heard, is asserting his influence and his dominance on this basketball team. Jimmy Haslam is the one who pushed for Doc Rivers to come in. I'm not gonna say he pushed for Adrian Griffin, because Giannis pushed Adrian Griffin out of the door. But Jimmy Haslam was the one that once the Adrian Griffin thing became, oh, he's going out. It was Jimmy Haslam who said, hey, we want Doc Rivers. And now Doc Rivers is really running the show, because it was one of those things where we did it your way, now we're going to do it my way. Your way clearly didn't work. Doc Rivers has all the leverage in the world, right? And here's the only thing I say on that, JT, because I'm hearing you when you say, well, it's not indentured servitude. I did this, I did that. Hold on. But again, what we said before, this is what you asked for. Giannis, that's my, and again, I'm all the Homer stuff. Giannis my guy. Giannis is my guy. I defend Giannis. I defend his honor. When people talk on Twitter, he's not giving the ball to Dame enough. No, I don't know where you got that from. Giannis doing his. I don't want to hear that. Like I said, what I say, JT? If somebody's a guest in your house, who needs to make you don't? No, you the guest. Nah, this my house. This Giannis was here first. You're the guest. You figure out what's going on. So Giannis here first. So
and it all depends on the scope of the relationship when it comes to who's going to. I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Take your shoes off when you walk to the door. It is what it is. Depends on the. But my only thing on that is a lot of what has Giannis asked for that he didn't get. So you can't on one hand, two things. What has Giannis asked for that he didn't get? And then on the second hand, your failures. No, sir. Your ass been hurt the last 2 years. It ain't been like everybody else. No, you were hurt for that Indiana series. Again, I love Giannis to death. You were hurt Indiana. You were hurt against Miami last year when Drew, and you can't say, oh, well, Drew Holiday got traded. Yeah. And yeah, when they was like, that's on you, you owe, I own you, all that kind of stuff. Your ass need to go guard him then. You didn't want to guard him. I'm just saying, you didn't want to guard him, and you were hurt for half the series. You would end hurt for all of the next series. You don't get to come back and tell me, well, that y'all didn't do enough for me. No, fool, you weren't there. And then you went to go play for Greece out in the Olympics. Oh, you wasn't hurt. Oh, but you wasn't hurt then. And again, I love Giannis. I preface by saying I love Giannis. But you don't get to play. You don't get to have it both ways, where you hurt you in the postseason when we need you. You weren't there to play, and then you go, well, I didn't get enough help. No. Let me see you play through a full postseason first before you come back and try to tell me that the Bucks didn't do enough to get you a championship. You asked for Damian Lillard. Got him. That's like, I got a 7-year-old right now. We gets the world. I love it to death. Gets the world. But again, she's 7. So what? It's never enough. It ain't never enough. It's never enough. I want more. That's Giannis don't get to do that. Giannis don't get to do that. But here's the point I'm gonna make to you, Trey. Right? Listen, just because he made a mess don't mean he got to sleep in it. Just because he made a mess don't mean he got to sleep in it. And again, sometimes people say, hey, I tried this. Look, CEOs do this all the time. They come in, they're supposed to do something here, they screw up everything. You know what? All right, man, it's about time. Let me go ahead and step down, keep this thing pushing. I don't really, it would not be unheard of for Giannis to do that. It would not be unheard of for a player of that caliber to go in, make a mess, try to cook up all these deals, and keep this thing pushing. See, LeBron James. Like, people do this all the time. Like, this is not unheard of at all.
It is not unheard of. It would also not be unheard of for me to send your ass. If you do that, I'll send your ass to Charlotte. I ain't going to send you to Brooklyn. You want to go to Brooklyn, man? I'm going to send your ass to Charlotte. That's what I'll do to you. Nah, you ain't going to play that for me. I will send your ass to Charlotte. And then he would probably like Toronto. I know there's a big so he probably would like Toronto. Kawhi Leonard, I'll send your ass to Toronto. I will send you to wherever the hell I feel like sending. I will send your ass to Portland. Play with me if you want to. No, I don't play that. I'm not playing that game. Play with me if you want to. I will send your ass wherever. Don't do that.
So it's a problem because he's not going to show up for the physical if you try to pull that. But yeah, it's just an issue.
All that walking with your kid to CVS, all that going to Target and popping up in the city and people not bothering you when you at dinner and stuff like that. That vibe ain't like that in Miami. That vibe ain't like that in Brooklyn. It's a different, like, bro, and I'm not trying to be rude, but you not from here. This big city life, go down 90 miles south. See how it is in Chicago. This Milwaukee sports media, them real media dudes that do it every day, 9 to noon and all that other stuff, they're nice to you, bro. No one says nothing negative about you.
Right.
You miss a couple shots. Look what they doing to Caleb Williams. Look what they doing to what the light-skinned boy is for the Bulls. Look what they do to Ben Simmons and all these big markets he go to. He having a mental crisis and need to go get some type of sports psychologist.
Airball them free throws in front of that New York media. See how that see what it look like.
Look, be hurt 2 years in a row and not be able to show up for the playoffs and play in Greece. That New York media gonna eat you alive.